November 6, 2025, episode 611. This is episode 611. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. Shall we? You'll be effing dead. It's a love story, kids. Wife with a short fuse chased husband around home with kitchen knives. I'm not married. I really wouldn't know, but something deep down is telling me that your wife telling you that she's going to turn your TV off, that she's going to flush your radiator, just doesn't quite sound like sexy time talk to me. Do you leave her that day? Do you stick it out? What happens if you actually survive the night and you wake up next to her? She's just as beautiful as she was the day you married her, snoring and slobbing like nothing happened. Do you take her out right there, neutralize the threat, karate chop to the trachea, preemptive strike, or do you run her a hot shower and fix her a cup of coffee? There seems to be no right or wrong answer. A 22-year-old woman in Wyoming is facing multiple felony charges after she allegedly attacked her 24-year-old husband, very young couple, with a knife twice in the same night following a few drinks of tequila. There's two types of women. There's the woman that likes to drink and have sex. Then there's the woman that likes to drink and have fights. For all intents and purposes, you really hope you get the former rather than the latter, but apparently she is very much the latter. Elizabeth Deore was taken into custody last month and charged with 2 counts of felonious restraint, 1 count of aggravated assault, and 1 count of misdemeanor domestic assault. Deputies with the Campbell County Sheriff's Office at about 11:39 p.m. on October 15th, that was a Wednesday, responded to a call regarding a domestic disturbance at the home Deore shares with her husband in Wright, a small town. It's about 1,600 people, some 200 miles north of Cheyenne. This isn't some random one-nighter with a crazy drunk broad. This is your wife, and it's only Wednesday. You got to do this again tomorrow, and God help you on Friday and Saturday. The caller told the dispatcher that Deore was chasing her husband around their home with a knife, the Gillette News Record reported. The caller, a male, I don't see how the gender of the caller is relevant. What should be relevant is that whoever placed the call had reason to believe that this woman was seriously going to hurt her husband, told the dispatcher that 3 minutes after the initial call was placed, Deore was still armed with a knife and had her husband pinned with his back against the wall. Who the hell did you marry? As she repeatedly struck him with the non-knife wielding hand, local news website County 17 reported. 8 minutes after the initial call had been placed, the man said he heard Deore yell, "You'll be effing dead." That doesn't sound like love language to me. What is that, Shakespeare? Do you think she regularly gets drunk and beats her man up like that, hems him up against the wall and threatens to kill him? Or was this just a one-time thing? Is there such a thing as a one-time thing? Whatever happened to the simpler days? I baked you some cookies, baby. Come to bed, I'm wearing your favorite perfume. Or come to bed, I'm wearing nothing at all. When did it become come here so I can stab you to death? Where's the disconnect? A couple who lives nearby and were at the home during the incident, somebody was actually there to witness this firsthand, told authorities that Deore had just found out that her husband had been communicating with another local woman. That's the disconnect. That's where the disconnect. This whole time, I was thinking she was just getting drunk and beating on her husband because there's nothing else to do in that 2 bison town but get drunk and beat on your husband. The other couple reportedly said that they had all been hanging out together that evening and Deore had been drinking tequila. At some point, they said she went into a rage and sent her husband out of the house with the other man. She then reportedly cut up her husband's ID cards before dousing his clothing in blood bleach. Damn, that was just a warm up. When the husband returned, I don't know if I would have came back that night. She's still very much drunk and very much fired up. But that's the problem when you're married. You gotta come back. You gotta face things head on. Their fight, you made a life vow. Their fight continued to escalate until Deore allegedly grabbed a fillet knife and chased her husband around, slashing with the knife while threatening to kill him no matter how short his end of the vow might be if these police don't hurry up. When her husband locked himself in the bathroom, Deore allegedly responded by yelling, "I'm gonna kill you, mother effer." Oh, she's starting to soften up. Now's the perfect time to come out and talk to her. Try to give her a hug, and stabbing the door until she bent the fillet knife. Maybe you better hold off on that. That's when the neighbor said Deore went back to the kitchen and picked up a butcher's knife. Oh, she needs a bigger tool for the bigger job. What if she would have stuck her head through the bathroom door like The Shining? She allegedly used to chase her husband around after he exited the bathroom. For a little perspective, New Jersey has about 1,200 people per square mile. It's the most densely populated state in the country. Wright, Wyoming has a population of 1,600 people. You cannot cheat on your wife in a town with 1,600 people. At first, I thought she just flew off the handle unprovoked for no reason, you know, like women normally tend to do. But in that 2 bison town, both of you are the same age, you know, the same people. Chances are she knows this woman. Hell, chances are she's related to this woman. All I'm saying is you can't cheat on your wife with a woman in the same town. The altercation reportedly ended when Deore fell to the floor. Her husband said she was overheating and he brought her to the bathroom and put her in a cold shower. See, he's a nice husband. He's not holding any grudges. I'm sure she can look past this whole infidelity thing. She was later taken to the hospital where medical personnel said she likely had suffered an epileptic seizure due to her body temperature, and ranting and raving the way you were and carrying on the way you were surely didn't help. After being medically cleared, Deore was placed under arrest. They still locked her up and processed at the Campbell County Detention Center. Inside the home, investigators reportedly noted that sections of the bathroom door had been repeatedly slashed and stabbed with what appeared to be a knife. Despite the allegations against Deore, her husband reportedly wrote a letter to the court claiming that she did nothing wrong and the witnesses were not even inside of the home during the alleged attack. She might have a short fuse, but she's never done anything like this before. This sounds like something that a husband would write when he's scared his wife is going to beat his ass if he don't get the charges dropped. It was not immediately clear if Deore was still in detention or when she was scheduled to appear in court again. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Do you think she gets drunk and beats her husband's ass on a regular? Or was this a situation where the alcohol and her emotions were mixed together? Either way, blink twice if you need help, buddy.